Hey, what's up? This is Marcus with Machine City Audio, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at a couple of Ujam's virtual instruments. So the first one I'm going to be taking a look at is the Virtual Bassist, and this is the Mellow one. And with this one, this is going to give you more of an upright kind of jazz bass feeling. Really great if you're looking for that sound. And I actually used it in this beat that I made, and I really like the sound of this bass a lot. Then the next one we're going to take a look at is the Beatmaker Dope. And this is actually a drum machine. Now, if you're into 90s boom-bap, golden era, you know, those dusty vinyl breaks, lo-fi, then this is going to be the drum machine for you. Now, this is really dope, and pun intended, because yeah, this is a dope drum machine. Now, we'll go through more details about this, but first I want to play this instrumental that I made using these, and so you can see how I incorporated these in the beat that I made. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick little mix and get into this beat. So let's check it out. All right. Let's take a look at the bass first. So we're going to mute everything and just play this bass. You can use this in a couple different ways. So if you go to player, this is going to give you more of the chord structure, kind of like presets, you know, where you can do different styles and things like that. But me, I like to take it to instrument, because when I take it there, then I can kind of play the notes more to how I like them to play. So that's what I did with this one. So just to go through some of the controls and see what they do, you can see you have a lot of things that you can do to actually, you know, cater the sound more to your needs. So you have a position where you could do neck or bridge. You can also bend the note. You have vibrato, and then you actually have different characters that you can add to it. You also have a compressor and sort of like a little EQ for low end, and then you can boost the top end a bit more. And then you have different mics that you can choose. Also, you can change the octave, and then you have the room size. So we're going to play around with some of these controls just so you can kind of see what does what. So let's play the bass and mess around with it. All right, so you get the idea, you know, what it sounds like. So we're gonna move on to the drums. Now for the drums, I did something a little different with the drums. I'm using two other virtual drummers for this. So I'm also using the virtual drummer Fat. Now, the only thing I'm using on this one is the hi-hats because I wanted the hi-hats to have kind of a live feeling to them, you know, like a live sound to them. So that's what I did with these ones. So if you listen to these drums, these are more kind of a live drum, acoustic drum sound. So what I did was just use the hats for those. So let's check out that pattern. So that's me tapping those out because I wanted it to have more of a kind of live, loose feel, not a really tight feeling to it. I kind of wanted the timing to be off a little bit. All right, now let's go to the dope. And what I did for this one is I actually used the individual outputs. And that's what I like about this is you can use it in either master or individual outputs. And normally when I build my drums, I like to do individual outputs because I like to route them and play them out myself and play out the patterns that I wanted to have. So basically all I did was pick out one of these kits, and I'm using the Take It Slowly kit. Didn't really use too much of processing on it as far as like the vinyl. Like I said, we'll get more into that. So I'm gonna play this drum pattern right quick with the hats. All right, and those are the drums. And that was pretty fun to play out that pattern. I really enjoyed messing around with that. So as we take a look at the interface, you see you have several different controls to kind of shape things the way you want. And what we're gonna do is just go through some of these presets and so you can see what they do. So now we have the vinyl drive, which is going to add that kind of vinyl characteristics to it. You know, those, the kind of dusty, gritty sound and you know, the vinyl noise. It's going to add that to it. So I'm going to play these drums so you can get an idea of what this pattern sounds like. All right, so let's go over to the next ones. Now, the way the mix works, they have several different presets within this mix, and each one of these are going to affect the drums a little differently. So right now I have it on slamming. So let's mess around with these and show you what these does. All right, so if we come down here to where it says the instrument, these are going to be your individual drum sounds. And you have controls down here to change the drums more to your liking. You know, you have your decay, pitch, and your filter. You also have where you can change the individual drums one by one. So if you don't like this kick or you want to change it to another one, it's as simple as coming down here and you can change these just like that. And then over at the master, we have different things too that you can use. So let's play around with these. Let me pick a different drum kit. Now they also have different presets here as well. If you can change the actual ambience of the room. So if we mess around with this, now another great thing about this is the MIDI drag and drop. So any one of these patterns that you like, all you have to do is grab a hold where you see these dots, drag it over here, bam. And there you see we have the MIDI pattern. If we come to the top, if you have something you like, you can save your own presets. But another thing too is if you come down here to style, you can change the style of how the patterns play. So you also have the presets, but then you have different styles for the presets. All right, so let's play another one. So like I said before, if you're into like that boom bap, hip hop, lo-fi, jazzy feel, then these two are going to be really great for you. Definitely look into these and check these out. And Ujam has some other really great virtual instruments as well. All right, so I am Marcus with Machine City Audio. Peace and until next time.